woman.
Let's go!
Now.
Sorry guys, I didn't see this coming.
Ain't no way to drive around this mess. Let's walk it.
Look at this shit.
Hey, we're Spin Oaks. Shit, I used to go there when I was a kid.
Oh, good. Now we can dive into the dogs.
Reloading! Heads up!
Jockey! I mean,
Jockey! Jockey! Jockey!
out! Watch out! Watch out!
Reloading.
Watch out! Down! 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 Reloading!
Grabbing a shot. Reloading. Hey, watch out! Reload! Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading! Ammo here. Reloading. Y'all better not shoot that car. aid kit here.
Alright, now I'm back.
Through this door. Defibrillator here. Hey, we got a safe room ahead.
Yes. When you join the gang, and I do hear that you joined the gang, but when you join the gang,
Oh, hell yeah!
even when you try to get out, you have to stand strong because they will take you out. Like in the mafia, you're gonna turn or you're gonna be jumped into a gang in Los Angeles. And you turn on them or the cartel, they'll kill you. This is exactly what I feel is going on. I feel like he knew, he just didn't know when, and I feel like he was being track marked, and just because you have this heightened anxiety does not make you mentally ill. We have to stop. And yes, I know doctors diagnose you with mental illness, bipolar, anxiety, schizophrenia, psychotic break, all of these things. Okay, I know they do this.
We can get on the monorail, we can jump the fence.
Let's use the monorail to get over that fence.
Just other than that, if you are in a peaceful, calm state without having your life threatened by other people whose energy you can read and prove, then you're probably not going to go off the rails, alright? And then also, keep in mind that I one of them. I feel like they get locked up and go crazy because they. Do you remember in the cartoons, the Flintstones in that role? They used to have the little angel and the devil, and they both talked. Okay? So the little character, the cartoon character, and they talked. So there was the good and the bad, constantly trying to trick the human or the cartoon not freedom. It's not free. He's cocooned. He's showing me that. Like he's literally like a spider web. Like a spider gets a bug in a web. That's what they're telling me with the butterfly symbology. It's the exact opposite of what they tell us. I've never thought of that way, but that's how I'm thinking about it now. Alright, you guys, I wanted to do a live video. Just thought I would do this. And once again, my name is Sloan from SloanBella.com.
Hello again, welcome back to another live video on my channel. As always, thank you so much for being here. Today is a different video than what I usually do. As you know, I typically like staying 5D or neutral, and I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time, and this goes far beyond Kanye West or me, and far beyond just one person. Today we're going to be talking about the Illuminati, but specifically we're going to be talking about MKUltra programming. The reason why I wanted to get into the 4D, I wanted to get into the conspiracy and the agendas today, is because it seems like everyone is talking about something, Kanye, because there's a lot going on with him, as we may or may not know. I don't even keep up with mainstream news, and I know what's going on. It really feels like we're really being force-fed disinformation, so I really wanted to bring this up in a different way, in a different light, to allow all of us to be aware of what exactly MKUltra programming is, and how to really spot celebrities and influencers who have been programmed in this way, so that you're aware, right? It really is all coming down to awareness. I am not here to say he is good or bad, or he is broken free or not. Yes, we will talk about his journey, and we will talk about MKUltra programming. I believe that Kanye is the most ideal candidate to look at for MKUltra programming, and unfortunately the effects on such a program. And thank you so much, Nicole, for that. So, I do want to ask you, please keep it respectful in the live comments. Please keep it on topic. I really don't want people going off in rants and tangents and talking about specific things that he's bringing up, especially when it comes down to hate or anti-Semitism. This is not the community for that. This is not the video for that. So please keep all of those negative comments to yourself if that's what you feel. Or if you're not down with this kind of video, just exit the room. That's totally okay. Remember, you decided to show up here. I did not force you to arrive. Alright? Yeah, just please keep it respectful and I really appreciate it. Alright, before we get into the journey, and unfortunately that downfall typical MK Ultra programming. Yes, absolutely. Now we've seen a lot of other characteristics and traits in other celebrities, specifically Britney Spears is a really good example of another MK Ultra programming victim, and a lot of the mainstream celebrities we have out there are also victims of MK Ultra programming. Now another person that I'm going to talk about a lot today, and probably a lot of you will not know about her, but is really uncanny, a reflection of this celebrity and climate. And I'm going to be talking about Tia. And basically, her MK Ultra programming journey, and then her descent as well. It's very, very similar to their So currently the situation with Kanye or you, of course, recently just changed his name to I believe that the name is a word that's most mentioned in the Bible, and that's why he chose it. And I also believe I read it means you. Which is interesting because Kanye means like the only one or something. So it's really fascinating how he moved his name from like the only one to you. Which is interesting to know. Of course, recently he, I think, went to some sort of fashion show or interview or something and wore a White Lives Matter jacket. I'm just noting things here, I'm not making comments on them. And then there's been a lot of other like Nazi things that he's mentioned, or white supremacy things that he's mentioned as well. And then of course with all of that, there's a lot of brands that are dropping him at this time. And overall, he just looks really insane. He's just saying a lot of stuff. Apparently he's going on a 30-day verbal cleanse. He's not going to talk for 30 days or something like that, which I get because I did a Vipassana, silent meditation retreat, but apparently he's still going to be on Twitter and tweeting a lot. Okay, so that's just kind of where he's at right now. But overall, I think the main sentiment from society is he's absolutely lost his mind and he's gone a little bit crazy. So let's talk about MK Ultra programming. There's a lot of you who are very aware of MK Ultra programming, and then there's a lot of you who have no idea what this is. So I'm going to give you a little background. MK Ultra programming is an actual verified government program, alright, that was running in the 40s and 50s, and it got discontinued in the 1960s. You can actually find declassified documents of MK Ultra programming. Back in the day, when I was really interested in conspiracies and agendas, I did a lot of research into MK Ultra programming, and I even worked with clients who were MK Ultra programming victims. And I'm talking about today, okay? So please be aware that this is a legitimate thing. It's verified by fact and documents, declassified documents. And it's unfortunately still continuing today. What I believe the government did is that they took that same program and they changed the name, and they now applied what they learned from MK Ultra programming, and they've applied it to essentially the individuals in society who are going to be the most influential. Okay? So what happened? Like, what went on in MK Ultra programming? So they experimented with a variety of mind control techniques, as well as a variety of different drugs, many different drugs, in order to make a person docile enough so that they can be controlled. That is the essence of MK Ultra programming. Okay, a variety of video and audio tapes being played over and over again, mixed with a variety of drugs and pharmaceuticals to make someone dull enough to be controlled or influenced or manipulated. And I believe that the governments, or shadow governments, or Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, I think that they got really good at this technique. And I truly believe that they pivoted their research onto celebrities, because they believed, and they would be correct, that celebrities would have the most influence within society. In the past, it used to be religion and religious figures, and then it used to be governments and governmental figures, and we lost faith in religion and we lost trust in politics. So who do the people love and honor and cherish and praise? It used to be at least the celebrities, right? Especially before social media and the rise of the influencer. Okay, so from what I've understood, MK Ultra programming, or programming as I sometimes just call it, usually starts in childhood. Not always, but a lot of the time these celebrities or musicians are found in childhood, and the reason why they're found in childhood is because they're simply easier to program or easier to control. Another really good example of a young child getting programmed is Justin Bieber. I think we can all kind of agree that, he got started really, really young. Now, typically these kids, even if they're not children, these young adults or kids are really desperate to be famous. And this is kind of the crux, right? Maybe they have a small amount of talent. Maybe they're kind of good looking, and what really sets them apart from all the other kids who are talented and good looking and those kind of things is their desperation to be famous and in the public eye and rich and all of that stuff. And because of that, they're susceptible, they're vulnerable to getting caught up in this program. Now, of course, it's a very, very, very small percentage of individuals who want to be famous who are put into the program. So I also want to mention too that blackmail is usually involved. And what I mean by that is typically within the programming, they will get these individuals to do something. And usually it's something really, really horrible. I'm not even going to mention some of the things that I don't know if I'm most experienced or seen or whatever. I've done a lot of remote viewing on this. But essentially, they'll get them to do something really messed up and twisted. They will film it, they will record it, and they will let that individual know if you ever cross a line, if you ever decide not to do what we want you to do, we will put this video out there. So it's a little bit of that kind of, that threat is there. Okay. And yeah, and like I mentioned before, a lot of drugs are used and a lot of mind control techniques are used to keep them dull, to keep them essentially to keep them easy to manage. Okay, so I want to talk about patterns of victims. And I'm going to talk about all celebrities, all kind of influential individuals here. Like I said, not everyone who's in the public eye is a victim of MKUltra programming, but when I talk about the pattern of the victim, you're going to be able to have the tools and have the knowledge to take a look at maybe some of the people that you do respect and praise or look up to. And hopefully you don't, but I want you to have the awareness. I want you to have the discernment to say, oh my goodness, it looks like that's the pattern. It looks like they might have been influenced or manipulated. So here's the pattern of MKUltra victims. So first they get programmed, or first really they want fame, they want fortune, they become vulnerable, and then they get accepted into the program. They end up getting programmed, MKUltra programmed, and with that is the blackmail. And then they get famous, and then all of a sudden it's like all their wants, dreams, desires come true. And we could say that MKUltra programming is essentially the indoctrination into the Illuminati, right? I don't know if you want to call it that, because there's many different names for it, shadow government, reptilians, whatever. But essentially that's what happens, right? They fame, fortune, things like that. And then they end up getting famous, I mean some of them. And then that's it. That's it. That's the end. Okay? If an MKUltra victim gets indoctrinated into the system, does everything that they're supposed to do, and they play nice, and then they get famous, their story stops there. A really good example of someone who is a part of it would be, I don't know if I want to even say their name because you might hate on me. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Like Beyonce is a really good example of someone who's a part of it. Angelina Jolie, someone who's a part of it. Even Brad Pitt, someone who's a part of it. But we haven't seen the downfall. And the reason why we haven't seen the crazy, we haven't seen the downfall, we haven't seen all the negatives within those individuals is because they are choosing and deciding to go with what it is that the Illuminati wants, right? That's it. I mean, that's the end of the story for a lot of these celebrities. They just choose to say, yes, I'll comply. End of story. However, if these victims and individuals choose not to comply, choose to rebel against, choose to speak up against the system, watch out. This is when the descent happens. This is when the downfall happens. Alright? So after one of these individuals chooses to rebel and speak up, here's what happens next. The media portrays rebellion as an act of mental instability or drugs. It happens textbook every single time. What? Look at them. I mean, fame's really gotten to them. They've kind of lost their marbles a little bit. They're crazy. Oh, they're on drugs. It's got to be that. Then what happens next is they go to rehab. Oh my goodness, they're definitely on drugs. They're definitely drinking too much because they gotta go to rehab. Guess what rehab is? Rehab is more MKUltra programming, more docileness, more programming. And then the Illuminati or the Shadow Realm, or whatever you want to call them, typically creates a new persona to remove credibility. It happens every single time. In the worst case scenarios of individuals that I've seen, and I'll name one very famous example of this. It ends in death. The worst case, if the individual, if the victim says, you know what, you can brainwash me all you want, you can put me into rehab all you want, but I refuse to listen, I refuse to comply, you guys are messed up, and I'm going to continue to speak up against the corruption. I'm going to continue to say what I want to say. Unfortunately, it ends in them dying. And their death is always usually labeled either a suicide or an overdose. There are so many examples of these victims going into this descent, refusing to stop speaking up. And because of that, because of them not being able to be controlled, they end up literally getting killed. One of the most famous examples of this is Michael Jackson, right? Now there's a lot of other things that were going on with Michael Jackson that I'm not even going to touch upon, but I did touch upon a whole video on Michael Jackson, which is also on my membership site, and it's focused on it, basically. So yeah, it's like other things are involved in that, that's basically the descent and the pattern of these victims. So let's talk a little bit about Tea and Tequila. Now, I remember back when I was really involved in the conspiracies, the agendas, the Illuminati stuff, and this was around 2012, 2013. There was a video of Tea and Tequila that popped up. I only knew her from that dating show that she did. I think she was like bi, and she had men and women. Like, I remember that. That was the only way that I really knew who she was back then. But anyway, besides that show, there was this video that popped up of her, and it was like kind of making its rounds around the internet. And it was a vlog-style video of her just kind of hanging out in her room. I can still see it today. No makeup, just super casual, and she was talking about the system. She said, they're out to get me, they don't want me speaking up, I'm trapped, I feel like I can't do anything or go anywhere, like, they have me, I'm committed to them and I can't get out. Like, she was saying a lot of stuff without really saying it. What happened shortly after Tea and Tequila put out this series? It wasn't just one video, it was a series of videos. All of a sudden, I don't know how long it was after, she starts posting videos of her with guns and an American flag and a Nazi symbol on her arm. All over Twitter. All over social media. And I forget if she went to rehab in between, because they didn't really follow that whole story. I just remember seeing these blogs. Oh man, she's saying it, like she was speaking up, and good for her. And then all of a sudden, she's alive. Good deal to be alive. She didn't die. She's still alive with her. Still alive with her. Blew my mind. I'm like, is this an hello test? Am I just crazy? Did I remember something wrong? I don't know. Once again, I'm going to follow the story. However, when you take a look at the timing of these stories, very, very familiar to the TST feelings. And of course, TST feelings wasn't really a helpful thing. Definitely not even close to the level of fame as communism. So, I want to bring something up that's really amazing. Back in 2016, Kanye West, during a live tour, went on a crazy rant on stage. I remember watching this video, right? And it was posed as this crazy rant that he went on. The music industry is corrupt, man. They're controlling everything. I got no say in what I do. Like, he went on like that. He had a 40-minute rant during the middle of this live show, right? And then what happened, and oddly enough, his rant about the music industry reminded me so much of Michael Jackson and what he was saying about the music industry. It's like they say a lot without really saying what that makes sense. And then, right after that night in 2016, you can still read articles about this. Right after that night in 2016, that Kanye West went on his crazy rant, really speaking the truth, the whole worldwide tour was canceled. Why? Oh, because he had a mental breakdown. That's when what happened. So really what happened is he no longer wanted to be controlled. He wanted out of the system. He wanted out of the contract. So the tour got canceled and lo and behold, he went into rehab. Oh my goodness. I remember seeing a video of Kanye West coming out of rehab. His hair was bleached blonde. By the way, if you don't know Illuminati symbolism, of course, the one eye and the triangle and a ton of, there's just so many Illuminati symbolisms. But one of the Illuminati or MK Ultra symbolisms is bleached blonde hair. So when I saw him drugged up, coming out of rehab, with all these cameras around him, bleach blonde hair, I was like, oh man, I did remember poor guy, right? So we went back into programming, drugged him up, wanted to control him back in 2016, and this is really where we see the descent happening. So Kanye did not keep quiet, and he continued to push back. And what's happening now, I don't fully know. I'm kind of in between. They're basically either completely discrediting him, well they already are. It's so clear that they're wanting to completely discredit him so that everyone is like, kind of like a Trump. Every week, every day, Kanye says another crazy thing, and it's like we can't keep up, so we don't know how to discern. Like, most of society has no idea what the truth is and what's not, so we just block it all out. It's just a lot of information. So essentially, like, I don't know. I think part of it is controlling the narrative within the media, and then I think part of it is maybe he's getting programmed into thinking certain things and saying certain things. Because these things are coming out of his mouth, and they're pretty wild. And I think that he's getting discredited, looking like he's absolutely insane, so that the truth of what he does say is never really recognized, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I guess overall my stance is that I feel really bad for Kanye and other MK Ultra victims. You know, I know that there's a lot going on right now, but I also realize that they're not in full control over everything that is happening under the narrative. Whether it be their internal narrative of what they truly believe or not, it's all being manipulated and skewed, and of course the mainstream narrative is being completely manipulated and skewed. The reason why I wanted to do this video is to give you the tools, the awareness that these programming techniques are still happening. And all of this comes down to distraction. They, whether you want to call it the Illuminati or the shadow government or the cabal, they want you to be focused on something else. They want you to be distracted by absolute bullshit so that you don't do your own inner work. Alright? The whole point of this video, of getting into these agendas, getting into the board, getting into the conspiracy, is to remind you that, yeah, all of this is happening. And yeah, the narratives are being manipulated and controlled. And yeah, we need to accept that and realize that so that we don't get sucked into that. Because that's all part of the matrix. And as we know, this whole thing is just one giant illusion. What really matters is your vibration. And what controls our vibration the most is what we focus on. So what do you focus on? Right? And I know most of you don't want to answer. But are you focused on love and abundance and unity for all of humanity? Or are you focused on the delusion, the downfall, the agendas, the conspiracies, the projections, the manipulations that are also currently happening? Yes, it's happening. But then what? Are you going to focus on it to feed it? Or are you going to focus on it to understand that it's happening, to then pivot to the highest possible vibration? And that is my purpose. I want to always get back to that vibration, that highest possible vibration for you as an individual and for the collective. So keep in mind what you choose to feed into your own reality, because you can make a difference at an individual level and a collective level. We need you this time. We need every awake and aware individual. Don't get sucked into the bullshit. Don't get sucked into the narratives. They don't matter. They only matter if you focus on it, because you're creating it. So please stop. You know? It's funny how it's almost ironic how I'm making this video to say don't focus on the shit that I'm making the video about, right? I kind of love it, and it's kind of counterintuitive, but the point is there, alright? So as always, thank you all so much. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, I'm saying that now, and subscribe to the channel. Of course, I will greet all of you at the next Galactic Federation Summit. So excited. November 11/11. Super pumped to see you all there. Keep up the good work and really understand where your focus is going, because that is the stay tuned. Or you can stay tuned. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Right now. Yo, stop down, beautiful friends. Blood Moon is heading our way in just 5 days. What exactly could this mean? The same exact day of the Blood Moon is the elections here in the United States. How will this pan out? Is chaos inevitable? We're going to talk about that today. Some of today's topics are going to cover new information and predictions revolved around Russia, the United States, coming elections, of course. Special information from Spirit about weather, which was interesting information I received today. German secrets, and much more on this. Technically today is the 39th episode of Middle Time. It's usually done on Tuesday. But Tuesday I think Blood Moon is past, and with it came a tsunami wave of energy. Do you feel it? I feel it. I know you probably feel it too. Aaron Carter dies, passes away, sadly, in his last week. His last. What's happening? My computer's talking to me. I don't know where that's coming from. Aaron Carter sadly passed away. His last week, that conspiracy theory going wild. Absolutely wild, actually. We'll talk about that and the truth behind that today. In the United States, people were going out to vote, most hoping for great change. But already my prediction that many tallying machines would suddenly go down and be ineffective and not work is exactly what is happening right now. What does this mean for America? Oprah Winfrey, that is, stabbed Dr. Oz once in the heart, while Obama is campaigning in Texas, while Biden does his usual. Things are about to get really, really interesting, my friends. The new America has and continues to storm with something coming in or something. There's awfully windy out there. There's something going on out there alone. That's the sky. I think the sky is cloudy. Something's not good. Anyway, we will still keep moving forward. And let's talk about elections for starters. Biden kept telling and warning everybody. And the exact quote from Biden, actually. Election deniers pose a threat. And this has been going on for at least before we even got to this day. So what are they telling us ahead of time? Deniers pose a threat. Who's denying? Nobody was denying. They might deny after today, but there were no deniers. Although, the whole thing, no, I did not see it as a big earthquake in India. I did predict that there would be a big earthquake in India. Somebody just put that in there. I hope they're all safe, and we send prayers to those in India. But yes, anyway, go back to Biden warning, election deniers pose a threat. Did you see something in this crystal ball? Because I sure did. I saw something in my crystal ball, and I saw something very clearly. I saw a whole lot of lying going on. Lying about what? Be creative, my friends, and soon be falsely. Because Spirit did say a long time ago, if you remember, that truth will all come out. That eventually things will have to be fair. In order for us to go into the new world nation, new earth nation, everything has to be fair. This whole, in my mind, ballot and mail-in stuff, we never do that before. That was never a thing. Now that seems to be the big thing. And again, you don't have to be psychic or even have half a brain to realize what's going on. You see what's going on in our planet, not just here in the United States, but everywhere. You also know that Biden warned us to buy what we need. Buy what you need. Am I closing again? You little cat here. Hey. No, good. Thank you for saying that. Oh, you got. Anyway, yeah. So, what exactly did Biden mean when he said, buy what you need to? Does he know something that we do not? It is obvious to anyone, again, with half a brain that the major investor food shortage is definitely heading our way, especially when we hit 2023. All caused by a combination of high inflation, and it all kind of stems from that whole 2020 global lockdown, if you remember. Is that what he means by buying and buy what you need? Because over in China, they had a big buying frenzy. And in fact, was actually trying to tell their people to stock up with a year's worth of food. Is he trying to avoid Americans going on a buying frenzy? That's what we is. It's all about. The New York Times claims voting machine problems in Arizona fuel the right-wing cycle. That was the first article I saw when I looked at headlines today. If I needed to know anything before coming on your beautiful Facebook Live. Not only that, Arizona County plans to hand out ballots to block-buying judges. Block-buying judges hand out ballots. Good thing you got a bad thing. I personally think that the today's technology that we should absolutely have no problem having a fair and totally legal and totally legit process when people go to a poll. Why are we not using that technology? They already have us all numbered. We're all numbered. Soon they're going to put that number on a chip and try to implant that in your hand or in your forehead, depending on what they end up doing, or both. That's their plan. They know us. They know our numbers. They probably already know what buttons we're gonna push before we even get to that machine. Right? That's why they plan really, really well. These things in whatever way that benefits them. They are not about us, really. They are about themselves, ours, and bringing down the United States of America. Obvious. You see that over winter. That's the electro once upon a time. That should make you want to vomit, quite honestly. Especially when I'm seeing that intuitively. This is another one that's kind of weird. A lot of fake people out there, my friend. A lot of fake people. And you know, if you're old enough and you don't even need to be that old to know that she made Dr. Oz. She's like total like worship Dr. Oz. Right? Oz is on the show and everything. They were doing things like bloody life, right? Totally the way. And then she comes out, stabs her butt, not even in the back. It's hard to she stabbed him right in the heart. It was like, so that one back up, Doc. I was shocked but not shocked to see that. She's not even from Pennsylvania. We'll be doing the Pennsylvania. Stay in your own state, baby. That's what I say. Stay in your own state. Not that I actually care about that old food in Pennsylvania anymore. And not like any options that's options at all, that's for sure. But at the same time, it's kind of shocking to accept that. But not shocking. Shocking but not shocking. But they went out of their way to get her to go down in the garden. In a state that really, she has no say. Not her state. I found it very, very interesting. Really interesting. You know, it's just like the student loans. That's very interesting, right? Paying off people's student loans versus the major tax hikes that are happening. Not even the tax hikes, but the major hike in interest rates, including the interest rate on school loans. So that's 10 grand that they're promising these people for their student loans. That ain't going to be crap compared to the interest rate they just tacked on. I wouldn't doubt that the bank paid them to do that to make it look good for them, but not for them. You know the whole story, my friend. What about the others who work so hard, work their butts off to pay off their own loans already? What about the rest of us Americans? What good is 10 grand going to do with that inflation hike? And it's bound to lead us all to a depression in many countries very soon, which was in my predictions a year ago, where I said, probably around this time last year, that I had visions of the Great Depression back in the 30s. And having visions of that and reminders of that shows me that that's coming into the future. And now we can clearly see that that's not only possible, it's inevitable. Absolutely inevitable in many countries. So voters, I lost my spot. That's a shirt. Oh, speaking of shirts, I did just put out new shirts. My other line of designs has been uploading all day, and I don't know, I think there's a problem with it, or with the website. Shirts that, you know, my tinfoil hat's better than your blindfold, but also be kind to others as you wish others to be kind to you, with beautiful angel prints on them. That's the one that's uploading now. You can find all of my merchandise down below at the links. Go to the page.